from just from a beginner level to professional levels. Here we are trying to learn the basics, the fundamentals of ethical hacking, and from there we'll start launching some more course which will be advanced level, which goes up to OSCP. And if you want to pursue it complete professionally all over the world, there are some certifications and all which you can pursue after that. So this course will basically give you an outline that how you can become uh, a cybersecurity expert by hacking into things and then understanding how you can secure the things. Mainly today we will be talking about the course module, what things we will be covering, what is hacking, and just have a basic understanding on these topics. So for this course, it will be a complete beginner friendly course. All you just need is a system and a Wi-Fi. So you can connect to internet. So apart from that, whatever things we will be using, that will be completely open source projects. Basically open source means completely freely available over internet. So whatever we will be using, we will be sometimes creating some labs. Sometimes we will be using some different websites which have a definite lab or a network, a system, too many systems, some vulnerable systems basically, and we can get into that things. So by learning, by having this course, you will be learning that how to set up your own lab, and then get into different kind of systems, different operating systems, different servers, getting data, what you can do with that data. So these things we will be learning throughout this course. uh, Throughout this journey, whenever there will be any questions, please ask through chat. So I'll be getting aware of these things, that you are following me, and you are also getting everything what I am saying. If there will be any issues, just send it on chat, and after this introduction, we will have a questionnaire session, Q&A session separately, where I'll be addressing all your questions related to this course and whatever things we will be covering within this course. So with that note, I guess I should start now. So, so um, So, first, before starting this course, let me ask you guys about a question, which is what is hacking? What is the first thing that comes into your mind whenever you heard a term of hacking? Uh, People can answer this question over the chat, and basically, we will be trying to understand what you guys are knowing about hacking. If somebody wants to answer, they can unmute as well and they can answer. Otherwise, I'm also looking on to the chats if somebody answers. What is hacking? General hacking, not ethical hacking, not unethical hacking. In general movies, you might have seen hackers maybe doing a lot of things, compromising a lot of system networks, compromising anything over internet. There are some quotes as well that everything is vulnerable. All you just need to know where you have to hit, where you have to attack. So basically, hacking in my terms means that a shortcut or a way that a person can think into get into a system or get into a network or into something, anything. In your general life as well, we try different type of hacks, life hacks, or wasting use hacks. So what are these things that you are thinking apart from a developer or the person who has developed something? You are thinking just a alternative way to crack those things. So a hacker is not a bad thing, is not a wrong term, or is not a crime in my sense. A general hacker is just someone who thinks differently from someone who is a developer. So that's why there are general quotes as well, that a developer always looks igneous with the hackers, because whatever developer develops, a hacker way is just to find a way to crack those things. And it is very easy in many times it is very easy actually to uh, just break the things out. It is very tough to build a empire, but it's very easy to just break the things with just a single click, or with just a single logic. So a hacker is generally that person who thinks differently from a developer, basically. So here we will be looking into different type of hackers. Basically, in general terms, there are different type of hackers. But first we will understand what is hacking. So is a, hacking is a general thinking that you are thinking away from a developer. Ethical hacking in that sense comes into something that when a hacker do something, it's into their mind that they think maliciously something, like they need to take advantage of the system, or advantage of the person who they want to hack, or the computer that they hacked. So when you are thinking maliciously, it is a hacker's perspective, it is illegal. From the government perspective, it is illegal as well as so you need to think in such a way that you are doing hacking, but you have permission to do it. When you have a permission from the authority that you are hacking into, means if I want you to please hack into my website and tell me that what are the weaknesses that a general hacker or someone whom I didn't give the permission. So if somebody hacks into your system without permission, they can take advantage of your system, or they can take advantage of the data which is available on your system. So data is very much important. Using that data, they can blackmail person, they can use ransomware attacks, basically to take ransom from the or take money from monetary things from organizations or government and different properties. So ethical hacking is a term which basically defines such type of hackers who is hacking into the system but with the permission. They have a permission from the authority, they follow through the bug bounty programs. We will cover those things in later in the slides. So bug bounty programs are also there, which we can go through. So in this category, basically there are three type of hackers which has been categorized: a white hat hacker, a black hat hacker, and a gray hat hacker. A white hat hacker is someone who has permission, who can get into the things, basically ethical hackers. The black hat hackers do not have permission, and they get into organizations network or systems. They find the data, they capture that data, find it useful in any perspective, and they use that data. Or if they didn't find any uses, they sell that data. And there are many competitors out there, or there are many people out there who need that data in order to maybe make their own business, or sell that data to somebody else. So your data is flowing over the internet just like that, and black hat hackers just get that data and use it all the possible ways they can use. Then there's come a gray hat hacker category. Basically, they work in both the ways. So if you have watched one of the series over there, which yeah, Aditya, please. Any question? Okay. So gray hat hackers are those hackers which basically do both the things, both the work. A white hat hackers work as well as a black hat hackers work. They hack into systems, and by day they work within the organization as an ethical hacker, and with that data, if they find it useful in certain way, they can use it in the night. So it is just a term which has been used for a hacker who do both the things. mainly beginners, or I suppose that within the course you will also try some of the things out there which you do not have permission to, because I would suggest that do not just do anything illegal with the data, because this is only for educational purpose. We will, whatever we will be learning through some of the platforms which already provide you a system or a network of systems which are vulnerable, and you have to test on those things. These things already exist in the real networks and on real internet as well. You can try and you can find it things. For those, there are bug bounty programs, or there are vulnerability disclosure programs. There are proper way to disclose and do hacking. So we will be learning the proper way, the legal ways of doing those things. So for trying out whatever we are learning, you can just go out on government platforms as well. You can submit your reports on government websites, and government websites in Indian government, they might not be providing you much bounty for it, but they can provide you jobs or internship offers, and these things you will get. So whatever we will be learning, it can be used in multiple ways, multiple places. So I'll just try to make you understand that whatever you will be learning over here, that is for the educational purpose. You can try it on internet on all the different platforms, but just do it on a proper way so that you do not get into some illegal things. So that would be our main motive. We will be trying to work as the ethical hackers. So the ethical hacking process, we know now what is ethical hacking, what are hackers. Now we have to understand what is the process of hacking, because why we have to become ethical hacker. Look, so the thing is, there are different organizations, there are different people around the world who wants their organization to be protected. They want that uh, no external party or any external hacker get into their network. So before any competitor or any other country member, or it could be anything, any organization who can try to find data from you. Like if I would want, I definitely, like, I had seen multiple people, they just want to hack Facebook, they just want to hack Google. It seems very easy to say the things, but it is not very easy to get into those networks. Why it is possible? Because of the ethical hackers. What these companies are doing, they have posted their website, their test websites, or their maybe future websites that they are going to launch, future applications, their demo websites, they have posted it on internet for bug hunting, or maybe for anything. So around the world, in all, there are different type of security researchers out there. They try their techniques, whatever they learn into hacking over there, and make their company's security more robust, more resilient in that way. So the perspective of ethical hackers are basically to make the organization secure from external hackers. Okay, ethical hacker could be a hacker in case of gray hat hackers, but the thing is, you have to follow the methodology. You have to know a hacker's methodology of hacking the process, hacking the system. In general case, in any kind of hacking, ethical hacking or normal hacking, from now onwards, I will be just taking the term hacking. So in hacking, there are three things, five steps basically, but three to four things that we have to learn, we have to know. We can skip some of the things over here because these are illegal in that process. So you need not to know to go into that process. But some of the things you will definitely, after the course, going through the resources, you will definitely be covering that things. So the main processes are these things that you are looking at the slides, that reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and covering tracks. So these are the five phases basically. Each one is very much important, and basically each one of these categories we will be covering in very detail. And on all the different platforms, we will be seeing all the different operating systems as well, and in that order you will be able to hack networks, you will be able to hack websites, you will be able to hack androids, you will be able to hack uh, applications, softwares, anything. Like these are the phases that will be followed in any kind of hacking, like whether you are doing network pen test, whether you are doing web application security test or anything. So learning these processes are very much important. More or less everything will be same, just the tools are different on all the for all the different things. So everything in hacking is just about tools, using tools. And for now, nowadays we also say that hacking is a new gaming. So if you are a gamer, you will be loving these things, loving this journey throughout the course, because everything we will be learning is, there will be like, there are some applications, there are some tools. All you just need to know how to figure out to work with those tools and how to make those information work for you in order to gain access to your target. So what is penetration testing? Main thing, penetration testing is just like ethical hacking. Penetration testing means you penetrate into the network, or you penetrate into the system that is there, the computer that is there, whatever servers are there or databases are there. So you penetrate into it using maybe keywords, maybe passwords that you found anywhere. So it is a type of ethical hacking process that involves simulating an attack on a computer system to identify vulnerabilities. It is an important part of system security. So basically gaining access to the network or system to find out the weaknesses within the system and get into the what security you can provide to basically ensure that there would not be any further hacking attempts over there. So up till now, if there is any question, people can raise their hand and ask questions over here in chat as well. If there is any question up till now, somebody confirm me that everything is okay. You are following around. Yeah, Karthik, please.
In a companies, who will do this?
In
In all the companies, we will have this role for hacking
Hey,
role.
kate, eka, सबका
yeah,
मैं
so basically in every company there is a security department over there. If there is a company who is running on system, like there are multiple systems, and if there are multiple systems over there, that means that organization is on a network, so they need a network security person. If somebody cannot hire, if there is a very small company and they cannot hire a security manager or security person over there, they basically do take consultancy from big companies who is like PwC, like for cybersecurity, there are big fours over there who provide these services to other clients. So those person who cannot hire security engineer, they take the consultancy from bigger companies, because uh, for the authenticity of every company, like in banks, if you take example of any government sector, they need security over there because critical assets or critical data is over there. So every year government need a security check, like ISO certification, or there are different certification which company needs to maintain in order to show people that we are authentic and we are secure. So in that order, they has to do a security audit every time, and only a penetration tester or only a ethical hacker can do that work. I guess I answered your question, Karthik.
Yes. And also, can you mention the third parties who are the consultancy? Can you just mention example the
Yeah.
companies?
Yes. So there are multiple companies. I won't take the names over here because this is a recording session. But I'll be sharing you the names. You can Google it out throughout. I have taken the most biggest company name, which is PwC over there. They provide the cybersecurity, and they basically all consultancy over there. There are certification ISO, GDPR, HIPA, HIPAA certification, which medical or hospitals needs to maintain. GDPR things or security measures banks need to maintain because they are handling money related data. So basically everyone needs to maintain a security certification, and they need to do it. uh, Bigger companies who have a certain level of networks, certain level of system, they need a security member all time within their organization to maintain something, to maintain all the security issue, to check all the pen testing on their websites and everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody else? Anyone else? Somebody has raised the question. Okay. So let's get forward. So for doing all this work, we will be using, as I said, that we will be using all the tools over here. So there are many tools in ethical hacking, starting with port scanners, basically a system. We will be learning about network, and we will be learning about how ports are working. So in every system there are multiple ports, 65,000 ports, uh, and whenever there is a service running, we need these ports. So we will be learning on multiple port scanner tools, password cracking tools. So basically passwords are saved in certain format and you need to crack that thing. So we will be learning about password cracking. We will be learning all the tools from the ethical from Kali Linux tool, Kali Linux operating system, and basically everything which has been done within hacking, all those necessary tools are within your Kali Linux operating system. So basically it is an operating system just like your Windows. It is an operating system which has all tools within it related to hacking. So you do need not to install any tool from outside, but with time there are certain tools which are very much working more like properly uh, over internet. So we will be using those tools as well. Like if you know about GitHub, or if you know GHDB, Google Hacking Database, there are multiple tools and scripts available there. So a hacker work is just to work with that scripts. You need not uh, need to basically learn a programming language specifically. You will be working with multiple programming languages, but all you just need to know that how to work with that program, how to work with that script. Once you understand the script, you will be changing the main parts of the script and your work will be done. Multiple things are automated ways. So multiple automated vulnerability scanning tools are available there. And within organizations, actually these automation tools are like you will be provided with an automated tool with license. So professional tools you will be getting, which will be finding the vulnerabilities very easily for you. So those tools we will be learning here. But apart from that, the main thing is when you are getting some vulnerability or something, you need to know how that works. So that needs a very root level of understanding of the scripts. So there we just need to know that how the script is working, and we will be playing with the scripts over there. We need not uh, has to program something, some tool, or we need not work with any specific programming language. We will be working with the predefined or open source tools and all the scripts available on the internet. Any certification within ethical hacking or within cyber security, wherever you will be doing, if that is like OSCP level up to EJPT, there are Network Plus, there are different certification. If you know within cyber security, whatever you will be doing, it will be open internet exam. So uh, basically you will be getting internet, you will be using system, and you can search throughout the internet the all the possible things you can use. Okay, certain restrictions over AI ML tools, but apart from that you can use most of the things. So in that way also only we will be working, because a hacker needs to work with internet. You cannot need, you do not need to basically yeah, what we say, revise something, or you just need to make some notes, you just need to bookmarks things, you just need to understand where these properties are working. We will be sharing you notes, we will be sharing you the PDFs through which you can go through. Apart from that, I'll suggest you make your own notes from your side as well for all the tools that we will be working on, and why these tools are being used, and where in which cases you can use these tools. So these notes you basically need to maintain, and we will be sharing the same with you as well. So we will be doing these things within the tools. So any question till now you can ask. Yeah, in chats I can see. Is Kali Linux a paid tool? No, Kali Linux is completely open source. It is a Linux is completely open source, and you can also make your own operating system actually using Linux. And because of that, there are multiple operating systems on Linux, and all are used in different purposes. And throughout the course, we will be seeing these things as well. Yeah, Azim.
So actually in penetration testing, we have different types like URL manipulation, SQL injections, and cookie based and all kind of different types, right? So do
Yes.
we need to have an automation tool for one tool for all kind of type of testing, or each need a different tool for like SQL injection or the XSS scripting?
Yes. So the examples that you are giving, those are from the web application part. There are a
Mm.
separate tool for the web application automation testing. If you are using that tool, all these vulnerabilities will be found over there. Okay, so there is not an issue in that. But within this course, we will be going on the manual way, because automation, it is just a one day thing that I'll just show you that this tool work like that. Here you need to give the IP address or domain name, and it will automatically finds you everything. So it is just a one day thing that you can learn on that. Here we will be learning the manual way, so that whenever you get, like in organization as well, whenever you get a report from these automation tools, as a ethical hacker or as a security professional, your work is to replicate those issues and check whether these are false positives or whether these vulnerabilities actually exist on your network or exist on your website or not. So as an ethical, your work is to get check that report, check the POC, basically, which is proof of concept, basically we call. So check the POC and get the get that vulnerability again replicate on your system. As an ethical hacker, you have to show your bigger sharks that okay, these are the vulnerabilities which has been reported, and I can replicate it. So then only you can find a better way to fix those issues. So that is the important thing. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
So some real world examples, like you can see, I do not need to go through this, but you have seen throughout the scenarios that ransomware attacks, as well as within this COVID era as well, there are multiple scams related to hacks has been happened. These are some major ones, and we will be going through some of the attacks which has compromised almost all the devices within world. So we will be seeing those attacks, how that was possible. We will seeing that in the case studies as well. So better let's start with like getting started. uh, we will be going through multiple resources and multiple open source platforms, and as I have told, we will be setting up our own lab as well. So let's show you my lab setup. Okay, so you can see this is my Kali Linux running over here, and basically this is my Windows machine, and within this I have installed one application which is VirtualBox. You can also use VMware. Both works on virtualization technique. Basically, we will be understanding what is virtualization. basically it is creating a separate environment within your own system so that you can run a lot of system within your single system. So a single laptop can work as a complete company, basically. So your sales team systems you can run over here within a single system. How? Let's see. So if we open this Oracle virtual box, you can see multiple systems over there. These all are servers. So this is also a Linux server. A website is running over here. A website is running over here. I can start all these server, and through this Kali Linux, I'll try to hack all these servers one by one. So this way, you will be creating your own setup, your own network of systems, which generally you will see in the in the organizations or wherever you do you go for the hacking. So when we will be doing through this only, we will be learning about network pen testing, because these all will be connected within a same network. We will be also understanding the concept of networking. If somebody is very beginner and they not know the networking concept and coming from different background, no need to worry. I'll be guiding you through the steps through which you can be very proficient with the networking part and Linux part and these things. So there is not much really prerequisite for this course, but if you have knowledge of networking, that would be beneficial for you. So you have to work on that. I'll be guiding you through the resources which you can refer to get a hands on the networking things as well. So we will be doing network hacking through this, and let me show you my Kali Linux. So this is my Kali. So this is an operating system within the my Windows operating system, as you can see, and generally it looks like this, very ugly looking. No, I cannot say ugly looking. This is very cool, actually. So you can see here, just like the Windows start button, this has its own start button, which has all the uh, necessary tools. As you can see, information gathering, basically gathering information about your target, or web application hacking, database assessment, these things. So just like Windows startup tool, these have a separate category of tools which has different tools within itself. So we will be going through this after install like within first course. We will be making our lab setup, our separate lab setup, where we will be installing this Kali Linux and other vulnerable targets for us as well. Apart from that, for advanced learning, we will be going through uh, some of the platforms like Try Hack Me. Basically, this is very beginner friendly, and it gives you a very good idea about so it could be shown that your rank uh, over here among the total number of participants. Then we will be using Hack the Box as well. These are just general platforms which basically provide you some machines on which we will be working on. For newcomers, if they feel like left out over here, don't worry, this is very beginner friendly, and everything over here is for beginners itself. Then we will be going through, for web application security, we will be going through Portswigger, basically, which is the developer for burp suit, a tool basically we will be using for web application pen testing. And if you have understand if you just understand burp suit, like, this is one single-handed tool which can basically find you all the vulnerabilities within the website, most of the vulnerabilities, I'll say. Other than that, you may need to work with network, but for the website, this is just a single platform. If you just work with it, and if you just understand the burp suit, most of your work is been done. This is a very big academy. If I show you Here you can see the category of vulnerabilities basically, which you can learn over here. View all new learning materials. Yes. Learning path is there. If you go to their learning path, you will see there are server side topics. So server side attacks, series of attacks. Among them, some are from the OWASP top 10, which we will be going through this course. But apart from that, we will be working with all these attacks as well. Some client side attack, which is very critical attack, so in some cases. Then advanced topics are also here. So there are different labs within these topics as well to perform it. So they provide you a separate environment which is vulnerable to the specific vulnerability. You will practice those vulnerability on that environment, and you will understand the methodology, the technique, and the scripts that can be used, the tools that can be used, and same thing you can find out on your target. So you just need to practice the things. Whenever you need to practice the thing, this is a very good platform and a resource over here. Then we will go through OSINT framework. This is a wonderful website. Like the working is very wonderful. If I say, this is a single click over here. If you click on this, it gives you a multiple list of things, like whatever you can find for username, email address, domain name. So this website we will be using in order to gather information about our target. Basically, OSINT means is open source intelligence. So whatever open source information available, means freely available data about your target is there on internet, we will fetch those information, and then we will plan our attack, like and plan what data could be useful, and then approach towards the second phase of hacking within this. When like over here, within each module, the 5 phases of hackings has been covered. First, just the basic understanding what is hacking and types of hackers. Some of things we have covered today, some of things we will be covering within some classes. Then module 2, basically tool-based footprinting. So we will be learning about tools for gathering information about target, all these related to gathering the information about the target. Footprinting and OSINT, again, open source intelligence, passive approach. So there are two different approaches. Basically, we will be learning about both the approaches. Then scanning part is there. So after figuring out the data, finding out the data from our for our target, we go on scanning the target and find more useful information which can be used in order to attack the target. So if there is any question meanwhile. Okay. Module 5 is user identification. We will be doing the OSINT labs and some try hack me labs and try to do case study. Basically, these case studies are like in general cases, you get some photograph or something, and based on that single clue, you need to gather everything about the organization, or maybe a single person, or maybe a criminal. So basically, this is OSINT is basically being used in investigation purposes. So we will be doing those investigation labs over here. Then we will be doing system hacking. So these all related to system hacking for Windows as well as for the Linux servers. Then this is virus and worms. So we will be creating some viruses. We will be seeing some tools which can create viruses and worms for us. How these work, some use cases as well we will learn, and how we can make it more effective. So we will be learning these viruses and Trojans as well. So Trojans, I guess here. Yeah. So Trojans and backdoors. So these also are some viruses in general term, if I call, but Trojan is just like it acts like something else and works out something else. So we will be learning about how to create these Trojans and backdoors and how it is different from viruses and worms, which are basically being used by hackers in order to spread the virus or spread their power within the organization. So basically taking the control over all the different sectors of the organization, or a system, or anything, and then compromising all the data and then taking advantage of it. So we'll see how these Trojans and backdoors basically are being created to get a active and persistent connection to our target. In module 9, we will be seeing some bots and botnets use cases. Basically, we will be seeing how these have been created and what are the use cases for this. So where these bots and botnets are being used and how these are taking advantage of the system. So then we will be going through MITM attacks. So we will be looking for the network level of sniffing. Basically, if I call this, so this is like man in the middle attack or a sniffing attack. So sniffers are basically you can see what is going within the network. So you are connected to a system, but you're somebody else in some different room connected to the same Wi-Fi or same network. If sending some message, you can look into that message on air. So we basically call it on air because it is on Wi-Fi. But yeah, that is the concept. So you can sniff data on air and you can check it through Wireshark, BetterCap, EtherCap. These are some sniffing tools. We will be learning about this as well. Then social engineering techniques. So if you know about scams and spams, basically social engineering techniques are those techniques which are used by scammers in order to scam a person. In a general hack, if I talk, wherever use cases you will be seeing in movies as well, if you watch, you will get to know that there are two people always there. One is the technical hacker and other is a social engineer. Basically, the social engineering is a very important technique which every hacker basically use in order to fish the target. Because if directly in many cases hacker do not get directly access to the network or directly access to the target system, they use some approaches which basically take advantage of human relation or human emotion, these things, and using the advantage of these things, basically a complete hack is successful. So in all cases you will see that the part of social engineer is very much important. Basically these are the fishers. They do the phishing. They use all the phishing technique, vishing techniques, smishing techniques. So there are multiple techniques within the social engineering that we will learn, which these attackers or these hackers use, and you have to make aware of this thing, and how to detect that okay, this is a such kind of technique being used over here, and how to deal with those attacks. So we'll be going through that approach as well. We'll be learning theoretical. We will be using tools as well to create such kind of phishing techniques, but I'll suggest do not use it. So we will be just learning the very basic things. If you work in it, definitely it will definitely work for you. But yeah, we'll be covering this within the modules as well. Then some attacks: DOS attack, DDoS attack, which basically are the type of network level of security attacks. Then module 14, some OWASP and some web related attacks we will be doing. HTV attacks, hack the box labs we will be doing over here. Then SQL manual testing, we will be learning multiple database attacks and learning how to compromise the data within database. And these attacks basically are very critical attacks. If you find these attacks on uh, some of your clients or website on bug bounty, you will get a very good bounty on this. So basically these are very critical level of vulnerabilities. For that we will be also using some tool based approaches, and Portswigger labs we will be using throughout the web application pen testing as well. Then web app security, some more labs, all the apart from OWASP top 10, we will be learning the different other vulnerabilities, which are the mixture of network as well as the web application. So through these labs, we will be learning the technique. So how to go from a very basic approach. So all these modules, that whatever you learned over here, we will be using those learning and those techniques onto these labs, and from just a IP address or just a target name, we will be finding all the vulnerabilities within that target and then report it. So then web server. So after website, getting inside the web server and taking privilege escalation methods, and learning about all the web server attacks through the network level. We will be learning those attacks as well. We will be learning wireless network attacks. Like these are the tools which is being used in order to hack Wi-Fi. So basically, Wi-Fi attacks we will be learning through within this module. Then wireless network, again, there are other wireless networks apart from Wi-Fi. We will be learning about those as well, and network level of hacking into the things. Then evading IDS, IPS, basically bypassing the firewalls. Whenever you are doing hacking, firewall is the only thing which will be blocking you everywhere. So how to bypass these firewalls, we will be learning through the use cases and map flags and whitelisting, blacklisting things. For all the attacks, like there are multiple attacks within web server as well, where we will be learning how to bypass the security which is implemented over there. Like there are multiple times that vulnerability exists over there. Company cannot fix it, but they provide a security onto that. So we'll be learning on that thing as well. Cryptography we will be learning. So basics of cryptography, because every information over internet that will be encrypted. So to check that information, you need to know cryptography techniques. We will be learning that as well. Then the penetration testing techniques, some professional things, like how to report, where to find these things, and some introduction to bug bounty platforms, so that uh, uh, you'll get a recognition from some organization in such a way that you can show it on your resume or on your platforms, LinkedIn, so that that would help you to get into landing a job. We'll be learning about Android hacking as well. So there we will be learning how Android Trojans are being made and how to secure Android devices. Then we will learning IoT hacking, where we will be learning about Shodan, through which we do hacks on IoT devices. So Shodan will be very much important in that category, because everything on internet is connected to Shodan. You can list it on Shodan, and Shodan shows that thing. On if any device is having a public IP address and it is listed on Shodan, you can get into the network through this itself. So a lot of information actually you'll get from Shodan. So that we will be covering here, and then we will have the final test and projects over here in module 26, which will be giving you overview of the real time demo projects which is running on companies like PwC, Capgemini. These companies also host demo projects, and we will be helping you to complete those projects, so you get a recognition from these companies that you have completed their internships, which will help you in getting into the organization and getting a job. Yeah. Any question by far you can ask? Anyone, please? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Purnima, I am done with my demo. If you want to continue.
Abhishek, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Abhishek.
Thank you, Sasi sir, for the wonderful session. This is Abhishek, Associate Operation at GroTechMind. So I want to express my sincere gratitude for the fantastic ethical hacking webinar you conducted, sir. So your expertise in the field of ethical hacking is truly remarkable, and your ability to convey complex concept in an easy manner is wonderful, sir. Once again, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. So dear students, so we already pasted the course details in the chat box. Once you go through the course details, and so the ethical hacking course is going to start from 9 September. So timing will be 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It's a weekend batch. It will be Saturday and Sunday. So the duration of the course will be 2 months. So to book this slot, please contact us. Give a call on 80099900785, or you can mail us also at contact@grotechminds.com, or you can message in the same WhatsApp group where we're getting the information regarding these groups. So thank you everyone for joining the webinar. Thank you all. So before leaving, all of you please fill the feedback form which is available in the chat box. So I request all students to fill the feedback form. Please fill the feedback form before leaving the meeting. And these are the course details which I have pasted in the chat box. Once you go through this also. Thank you, Sachin sir, for the wonderful session, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, it is saying need permission for filling the feedback form.
Okay, just a minute. It's for everyone or for? Okay, just I'm checking now.
Checking now.
For everyone.
Okay.
Abhishek, that's okay. You can share that in WhatsApp group, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please share that, fix it and share it in a WhatsApp group. They will fill there, okay?
Okay, sir. No issue, sir. No issue.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Amol.
Sir, I have a question. That can I start from basic?
Yes, everything will be starting from basic itself.
We
Oh,
have core Java knowledge. Is it enough, or we need to know some any other languages?
Look, if you know some language, that will definitely help you to work with logics. Okay. So if you know there, that is good. But here we will be working on multiple languages. So there is no need to actually learn all the languages. It is just that you know logic, you can work with all the languages. You just need to understand that what is written in that program. In general, if you want to go further for like OSCP challenges, you can go with Python because that is an easy tool, and Python works on multiple platforms as well. So here we will be working mostly with Python. So it is very easy to understand as well and to work with as well. So yeah, if you can learn, you can also go for Python.
Okay.
So, guys, any more questions? Shall we end the meeting?
2 months means 8 days. I mean, no, 16 days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will be a weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And remaining details we will be sharing in WhatsApp. You can go through. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Anyone? Okay, Shashi, then shall we end the meet? It's good to go.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Night.
I posted that in the group feedback form. Please fill that feedback form, all of you.